What's up, kids? Tuesday. It's another episode of Garage419. Back on the program today. Leo the Suit, what's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Thanks for coming around again.
Pleasure.
Last time we asked everyone what their favorite driving song was. You got one?
I don't, and I tell you why. I'm of the school, no cup holders, no radio. I just like to listen to the RPMs.
Ah, so it's a Ferrari Dino for you with no radio and a nice V8.
$5,000 to 8,500. I'm a happy guy.
Solid. I liked Salisbury Hill. Radar Love was the favorite. I don't like that song. Today, we're talking about the Nissan GTR, companies merging, and an idiot paying way too much money for a flooded out Aston. It's Garage419. Stick around. Leo, you are the expert in company affairs when it comes to the automotive business.
I don't know about that, but obviously I do business in the auto industry, so...
All I do is drive sports cars, and you know these things because you wear suits every day. Listen, GM apparently was at one point trying to merge with Ford, now might be trying to merge with Chrysler, maybe they want to buy Chrysler. What's happening in this whole cluster you know?
I could burn all the film in this whole camera and the whole show, but I won't.
Well, give us the short version.
The short version seems to be that everyone believes that the merger of two companies will be better, but two bad things together, how does that make a right? I mean, wasn't there a Nick Cage movie? He goes to Vegas, he's a gambler, she's a hooker. They're all going to change their lives.
Yeah, it's not going to end well.
This is not going to end well.
So if we're talking GM and Chrysler, who's the gambler and who's the hooker?
Well, I think
GM is the gambler. They got it.
Okay, fine.
GM's the gambler. Chrysler is a hooker, but it's like a crack whore, like a Hunts Point crack whore that's trying to sell a product, except the product is real weak.
I didn't see that in the Wall Street prospectus, but I would agree with you.
Well, they can't make metaphors like me.
Chrysler is trying to shop themselves. The investors want out.
Well, I'd want out of Chrysler because they can't... Look, the first step to being a successful car company is having a product that somebody wants. I mean, is that not...
Well, they've even proved the Challenger isn't working out because I think they're backing up.
Look, the Challenger looks cool. I drove it. It's slow as a dog.
It's too big, too.
It's too big, it's too heavy, and it's too slow, and there aren't that many people who are so into retro future that they're going to drop 45 grand on a 6-liter Hemi that doesn't go anywhere.
So the bottom line to me is Chrysler is looking for a way out. They're either going to be bought or they're just going to go the hell away, and you're going to be stuck with like a Jeep maybe left over. GM is looking for money. That's what their situation is.
Is it
Ford's
worth
going to go their own.
All right, is it worth it for GM to buy out Chrysler just to make them go away?
No.
Okay.
In my opinion, no.
So if they're going to buy them out, they're going to buy out interest and then use it as a parts supplier or something like that?
No, I think what they're buying is the $11 billion that Chrysler allegedly has in cash.
Oh, okay.
They're probably trying to offload GMAC to get rid of that thing off their balance sheet. And I'd hate to believe that they have this belief that by combining their shares and having 35% of the market, it'll continue and it'll work. This is not going to work. There's another plan that's got to be had.
All right. Well, it remains to be seen. We'll keep you guys posted what's happening with that. Now, all right. Aston Martin DBS, it's a cool car, James Bond car, right? Okay. I said in a previous episode that I didn't really like it. It's okay. I drove one. I'm changing my tune. It drives nice. Now, over the course of making this new Bond film, Quantum of Solace.
Love the new Bond.
Love Bond. There was a DBS that was driven into a lake, not on purpose. Okay. And the automotive blogs are reporting today that a Bond fan has bought this car for $120,000 over the sticker price of a brand new DBS for a flood damaged car.
If that's the judgment this guy shows in buying things automotive, someone give him the phone number to Chrysler.
Yeah, tell him to buy up all their Vipers. The resale value will be really high. Well, the question is, what is a movie car worth? You know, the fact that a car is an actual Bond car, even if it's not a functioning Bond car, is that worth $100? I mean, even to pay sticker price for a flood damaged car. It's not like it was driven into the lake by Daniel Craig. It was like a stunt guy driving the car.
You were talking to the wrong guy because I've never been a label brand guy. So
no, well, and I like movie stuff. I mean, I have a Vanquish. There's a reason for that. It's a Bond car. It's dope. Ooh. But 120 grand over sticker for a flood damaged car. Yeesh. Now, speaking of accidents, I just read an article. You might think this is funny, Leo. Apparently, 39% of all moped accidents are caused by drunk moped operators, which is 150% more frequently than automotive accidents.
Okay, I give up. Why is that?
Well, apparently it's because when people you don't need a license to ride a moped in some states. So people get wasted, get DUIs, get their license taken away, and they get on a moped. And they just continue to get wasted and operate the moped.
So you can't change people's habits. You are what you are.
Look, do you feel safer Like knowing that there's a drunk person on a moped versus a drunk driver in a car.
Doesn't physics take over? Whatever they want to do on their moped is good for me as long as I'm in my heavier car?
That's true. As long as I'm in my SUV, and if someone, yeah. Chances are, if you're operating a moped drunk, you're only going to hurt yourself and or the stripper that may be sitting on the back seat.
But you know, now that I think about it, there's a great tie-in here with Captain Morgan and Vespa, but maybe that's for another time.
Coming up on Garage419, we're going to talk about what happens when features on a car can actually void the warranty when you use them. And of course, our question of the day. Stick around. All right, we're back. We are back, and yes, we are back. Leo on the program still. Listen, Leo, it had to happen sooner or later, okay? The Nissan GTR, we knew when the car came out that if you activated the launch control function and used it, it voided the warranty. In fact, most car buyers had to sign a waiver saying they knew that, right?
I didn't know that, but keep going.
Well, now you know.
There you go.
Well, apparently the first few trannies have blown. Okay, these transmissions are gone. They took the cars into the dealer. They brought over the technicians from Japan, and they're saying, nope, you turned off traction control, you use launch control, and now you owe us $20,000 if you want a new transmission.
Ah, okay.
Well, here's the question. Why have a feature on a car that voids the warranty?
Yeah, this is getting, I guess, weird. I mean, here's this great car. I saw one on the street, and I love it.
Yeah, well, we all know it's awesome.
And it's awesome, and it's fast, and it's got all the tricks. But now there are disclaimers with all the tricks.
Yeah.
So is it a poser car or a real car? I mean, you want to drive it. You want to drive it fast. I'm confused.
Well, the problem is, the main problem is that I've seen tests in various publications where they've run the car at the drag strip with and without the launch control. It is much faster with the launch control. You know, it does like a 3.5 second sprint to 60 with launch control on. With launch control off, it's in the mid-4s. The quarter mile is extended by over a second if you don't use launch control. So the question is a car a real performance car? Well, obviously it's a performance car, but is it fair to sell a car to someone claiming it does these numbers, except if you want to go do the numbers, you have to void the warranty to do it? Is that fair?
Well, not only is it not fair, I think maybe we're stumbling onto the answer of what's going on over at the Nürburgring with Porsche.
That could be. Porsche accused Nissan of using R compound tires on the Nürburgring, saying, well, we bought a GTR and we couldn't come within 25 seconds of it. Nissan responded, well, get some driving lessons. I think it's possible that Porsche just didn't want to void the warranty on their car, so they left on traction control.
And my theory is that Nissan, since they have the onboard computer and can tell when the car's on a racetrack, and that also voids the warranty, maybe some signal from Tokyo from Nissan headquarters came and turned down the horsepower.
Think they hacked
on the Porsche
Porsche's GTR?
Maybe they hacked it.
Anything is possible, but apparently there's a new video and new photos showing that they use street tires. And
look, if you build a car and it's going to perform and you give people the toys and tricks to use it, you can't have these ground rules. What is this, like F1 rules?
Yeah. So the question of the day is, for you guys, you already know what we think over here. Do you think it's fair to sell someone a car and say, here's a car, it does all these things, but if you use it and you break it using it, we're not going to pay for it. And you can't achieve the maximum performance of the car without using stuff like launch control and dynamic stability control and those kind of features. Do you think that's okay? I don't think so. Leo, do you think so?
No. What are they trying to do? Sell more Versas?
I mean, yeah, they may as well sell cars with nitrous bottles and saying, here you go.
Don't
this
try
car
that.
comes factory with a 200 shot of nitrous, but if you open that bottle, see ya.
Start, stop, and do not touch buttons.
Anyway, leave a comment, and don't forget, the Garage419 Invitational, less than 2 weeks away, and we have 4 spots left. Leo, you're driving, right?
I think I am.
And just so you guys know, Leo is not just a suit. He was a professional race car driver. What series, Leo?
Toyota Atlantic and Barber Pro, and I've been practicing because it's been 11 freaking years.
But he was at one point a race car driver, even if it was when I, was in high school. So, anyway, check it out. We got 4 spots left to give away for the Invitational, but you have to come to the event to get them. So, for all the information, go to Garage419.com, click on the Invitational link at the top, and I will see you there. Leo, thanks for being on the show, man.
You're welcome. Thanks. Looking forward to it.
See you at the go-kart race. I'm out.